of the 2021 conference for Little Athletics Victoria. Our session 3 is titled Communication is Key. Today, I'm Kim John and Nathan Georgievosky will be bringing to you this session. Nathan is our Marketing Communications Coordinator and I am the E-commerce Technology Manager at Little Athletics.
Where do your members find vital information? So with communications, since taking over the role, I have had the chance to do some market research in all centres, looking at specifically communications platforms that are at centres' disposal. Some of these platforms are your usual Facebook, Instagram, you got your team app, websites, looking at which centres have personalised their websites into their advantage, featuring their communications platforms on the website for easier access for their members. Some of the findings through my investigation was 10% of our centres, for LAVic, of course, did not have a Facebook page, which is quite interesting, which is still a relatively good number for the association. And a good question is, where do most of our members find our centres did not have a Facebook page? Some other findings were 4 centres had no website, which is wonderful to see for potential members to access details that are needed and current members to view communications. My further analysis question was, are these platforms getting frequently updated? Now, some of the findings were there were a few, maybe 4 to 5 centres that have information from 2019. So maybe there was an error with their website, they're maybe using a different platform and they just haven't switched it off or switched it over. So making sure our websites are frequently updated. So who updates these, of course? So looking at centre committees, we've got someone on the committee that's looking at updating our platforms frequently. Another volunteer, lots of sports around Victoria. I know coming out of uni that some local community sports hired volunteers out of uni just to get some experience for the volunteer, of course, in their degree in, it might be marketing communications or social media, and maybe just looking to hire some of them and just come help us out for about 6 months. You run our social medias, you'll get the experience, maybe using them and they get to use you as a reference, which is nothing for the centre, of course, but more for the experience side of maybe the volunteer and more for the committee to find out how these centres can best be used. Looking at slide 2, content and communications ideas. There's so many communication and content ideas out there to use to promote your centre and create wonderful engagement by just doing a simple Google content ideas to fill social media spots or weekly communication posts to members or starting new newsletters. Other ideas is even liaising with your neighbouring centres and seeing what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with a bit of market research, of course, looking at other sports or communicating to other centres, or even looking into your favourite sport team, looking at what they're doing. One that I found most effectively that a lot of sports and business use is a weekly communication schedule. So it might be 5 p.m. every Monday. Just a 1-page document of just what's going on this week. What are some key takeaways from last week that we need to improve on this week as a centre? And then I'll hand over to Kim to take over what caught my eye.
On screen, you can see some examples of great social posts which highlight the creative flair of our centres. You'll see here that Cranbourne have got some really great public posts that they use. So here you'll see Paul Freestone is one of their new committee members for the season. And there's just an introduction and a little bit of fun information about him as well. So it just makes the ease of members being able to engage with the committee members much better. Packen, and you'll see that they had their AGM presentations night. They made it look like a fun night. So what it's going to do is entice members to want to go next time, because obviously there'll be something there that they might miss out on if they're not there. And obviously Wangaratta always engaging really well with their local newspapers. We'll notice our regional centres are really, really good at doing that. So continue to feed off those ideas that they actually have. in their posts that are eye-catching. There's so many different brands of software available that can help make your social posts stand out. So many have been created that they're user-friendly and can be reused to retain a theme that works really, really well. Websites and social pages work really well when you can best understand and manage how the pages are used by members, their families, and those interested in registering. We have 2 examples of insights and analytic type modules, which can be used to study your social and website pages. We will break these down to provide some detail on how they can help you. Monster Insights is considered one of the best Google Analytic plugins for WordPress websites. On screen, you can see some of the features that make Monster Insights the most powerful and user-friendly WordPress analytics plugin in the market. Some of these features include universal tracking, where you're able to set up website tracking across devices and campaigns with just a few clicks. Best still, you don't need to apply codes to enable it. Google Analytic Dashboards, which provide you with analytic reports right inside your WordPress dashboard with insights. Real-time stats, which help you understand who's online and what they're doing. Page-level analytics, get a clear understanding of your most popular pages, posts, and website options. Consider how this might impact the layout and the design of your website for future changes. Affiliate links and ad tracking, automatically track clicks on your affiliate links, banners, ads, and other outbound links. This can also be extremely advantageous to provide to sponsors. The system will also break down the devices used to access your site. The options are endless. Facebook Insights is the second example we can elaborate on. Insights do require you to be set up as a business page. Facebook Insights is the most powerful Facebook marketing analytic tool available. When you dive into your Facebook Insights, you receive a wealth of data to help you understand more about your Facebook page. With so many different data points available to measure, such as likes, engagements, reach, and demographics, Insights will help you understand how your content is resonating with your audience, how your page is growing, and provide you with an awesome overview of how your Facebook strategy is performing. Keep in mind that you can only access data in Page Insights for the last 2 years, and demographic data such as age, gender, and location. These are available in Page Insights once there is data for 100 or more people. Please note, page categorized as a community page don't have insights.
So now looking at the communication schedule. So when it comes to making a communication schedule, it's about constantly communicating to all your stakeholders. So whether that's the committee members or your members, of course, even sponsors as well. It's easy to use, simple to create. It's highly beneficial, of course. And you can form it just like a calendar. So an example below is something that LAVic featured last year in their communication schedule. So that was just breaking down day by day, which platform you're going to use, what it is exactly, whether that's you want to post or send an email to all your members about the results of being updated, unpaid transactions, for example, or proof of age, or just even a post to social media. So today we might try and engage our community. Let's put some photos up on our socials, something to get all the stakeholders involved and feel happy about, of course. And some marketing tips. So looking at marketing, of course, there's 5 main things you want to do. You want to firstly outline your aim. Then, of course, what is your objective? Is it to drive your membership, to increase social followers by a certain percentage, 5 to 10% for about 12 months? Is there a target audience? Who do you want to target specifically? Is it children or is it mothers, of course? Mothers or families? And what database or platform are you going to use? Are you going to use the website? Are you going to use social media? Is there a certain specific social media platform that you'll be utilizing most? And this is just a good template that I use for some of the other community sports coming through before my role, was marketing through a social media document from sports community, of course. So what this does, it helps enable the 5 main targets of a marketing plan. So looking at your target audience, database, what traditional media promotion activities will you undertake, and just your social media tools, a website, newsletter, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or something other that you can use, or like TikTok. And just mainly what is your objective? And always when you're doing a marketing plan, you always want to measure the success of the campaign. You don't just want to reflect on the start of it. All right, we did a good first start, but it hasn't continued all the way. So maybe that's something we can look at analyzing for our next marketing campaign when it comes to next season. So that'll be available at the bottom of the video for all centers. And just some marketing ideas now. I'll take you through some marketing ideas that we've contributed together and jotted down. So we got email auto response with key information, centers, player sponsors, sponsor promotions. So always looking for signage around the ground or on social posts. Right, today we might have personal best, all sponsored by Coles, of course, the personal best athlete of the week, all sponsored by Coles, or local show stall or shopping centre. Always going liaising with our community, because we're a community sport, always going into our local shopping centre and seeing what we can do down there. Can we put something on, say a flyer up for some of the local shops, and creating a digital or print advertisement on the main road? That's something that might be flashy and people driving by might notice. Is there a promotion for your local Commonwealth Bank or Coles store? Something that a lot of centres can do is go down to the local Commonwealth Bank, Coles store, and just liaise and just create a partnership together. And you don't know what you can achieve. They might help you through tough times, or help you get more members out there, or create a free marketing space on the front of their store for a flyer to go up. There's always a cinema advertising, but that could be costly, but you never know till you ask, of course. A school athlete carnival, a local budding sausage sizzle always takes time in preparing and giving notice, and trying to get their committee members all on one day together might be something worthwhile, with a lot of budding sausage sizzles held around Victoria, of course. Something more is word of mouth. There's laps, and there's the basic merchandise, just selling merchandise, of course, online, and just getting your members just to wear it. And you never know, people in the community might see and might be like, oh, let's go try this club.
Some further marketing ideas might be, as Nathan mentioned before, promotion through your local Coles store. So get some flyers up and even put them up on the counters there for people to collect. Media releases, get in touch with your newspaper. A lot of them, if it is promoting sport in the local area, they will generally run reports for you for free as well. So they'll come and have someone come down and get the kids in their gear as well. So out in the sunshine, and obviously put out a really positive message for the centre. Shopping centre promotions are really great. Non-for-profits do get a free gold ticket to the shopping centres when you wish to do promotions. There's normally no charge over overheads. You will need a certificate of currency to do that, which you can obtain from the office. Local radio stations, again, it's all space, it's all time they're filling up, so they don't want quiet time on the radio. So make sure you get in touch with them if they're available. Probably works especially well for the regional centres, not so much the metropolitan. So use that to your advantage if you are out in a regional location. Google business listing, keep pushing your brand through on search prompts. Have people use it so it pushes you up on your list in related word searches. Instagram pages are great. They deal with a different age market as well in a category. So always have one there. It may not necessarily be your primary feeder, but have it off as a branched feeder for your marketing campaigns. Community notice boards. Get up on the community notice boards, kindergartens, schools, really get there out and in depth into your local area as well. And other sporting clubs, obviously Little Athletics, you look at the Olympics list of the athletes that are going, not just from athletics, but from other sports. How many of those athletes have you seen in previous years at your centre? And letterbox drops. Sometimes not necessarily the most effective, but you never know who lives where. So families are all spread out in the local area. Great way to get active and get out in amongst your local area by just dropping off some promotional flyers into letterboxes. And signposts in the club rooms. Many facilities are multi-purpose use. They might have people that are coming down to do a PT session with their personal trainer. So use that to your advantage. always make sure you've got the most valid information. If people turn up, they want to see something, they'll go down there. So have it available for them to see. You'll see over to the right-hand side, obviously, the branding which I spoke of in the previous slide. You can see there, Albury got their name out there. It's very evident where the kids are from if they're wearing one of these uniforms.
And then some of the other ideas is your real estate billboards, and then your social media advertising is one that LAVic does a lot in, is social media, because that's where we like to communicate more on social media, and more of our target market is on social media, and it's where we try and get our bang for buck. You got your local newspaper doing an article, of course, which was seen on Kim's, what caught my eye. There was a local newspaper article. You never know who sees those, and just another idea for you centres. There's always flyers, posters and signage that we can always do. There's local school newsletters that always need time filling up or need space filling up, and you can always message a school or email them, just give them a quick question. There's always another social media hashtags is a big thing coming out of social media now. It's really effective. So maybe as a centre, come up with something you want to be recognised with, or a branding for your centres. Come and try days, they're always effective, and the key details on digital platforms, or even a Facebook page, which some centres do have. And I'll hand over to Kim to finish off our centre resources.
Okay, so our centre is a great resource for our centre committees. You will find it at ourcentre.com.au. On there, you'll find further information about digital communication, social media, planning an event, media releases, marketing strategies, marketing plans, and association marketing. And don't forget, if there's something not on there that you do seek assistance with, we do obviously recommend the sports community site as well for a lot of really great information that, again, being that non-for-profit organisation, is accessible, but also we have access to a lot more documentation in there from our tier level. We do pay a fee for our access as well, so we can provide you with some further information that's there.
And thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to join in for a live Q&A on Zoom now, and we'll join you there. And it's via the link below. Thanks for listening, and catch you guys next time.